I refuse to give my house to my girlfriend's kids. I've been dating Lisa for about a year now. She's divorced with 2 young kids, a 7-year-old and a 9-year-old. Nice kids, nothing wrong with them. I'm 38 and never got married, never had kids. I worked construction for 15 years and saved every penny I could. 3 years ago, I finally bought my own house. Nothing fancy, just a 3-bedroom ranch in a decent neighborhood, but it's mine. Completely paid off. Things with Lisa were going pretty well. We'd do dinner a few times a week. I'd hang out with her and the kids on weekends. Normal relationship stuff. Then about 3 weeks ago, we were sitting on my back deck having coffee when she just casually said, "You know, your home would make a wonderful investment property for my children." I actually laughed because I thought she was joking, but she had this completely serious look on her face. She was talking about it like we were discussing what to have for dinner. I put my coffee down and said, "Wait, what do you mean by that?" She explained that since I owned my house outright and she was renting, it would make sense for me to give my house to her kids for their future. She said it like this was a totally normal thing people do, like I'd just hand over the deed to a house I spent 15 years working 60-hour weeks to afford. I was so confused, I just said, "Okay, but if your kids get my house, what exactly do I get out of this relationship?" She smiled at me like I just asked the dumbest question in the world and said, "You get me. That's it. Just you get me," like she was the grand prize in some game show. I sat there staring at her trying to figure out if she was serious. She was completely serious. I told her, "Well, you and your kids get me, but they're not getting my house." Her whole face changed. She got this tight smile and said we'd talk about it later. I thought that was the end of it. I was so wrong. The next day she texted me asking if I'd thought more about the house situation. I told her there was nothing to think about. The day after that, she brought it up again over dinner. She said I was being selfish and not thinking about our future together. Every single day since then, she's brought it up. Sometimes it's subtle, like when the kids inherit the house, they could rent it out and we could use that money to travel. Other times it's direct, like, "I need you to see a lawyer about transferring the deed." Yesterday was the worst. We were at her apartment and she sat me down for what she called a serious conversation. She told me she's a high-value woman and that other men would kill to be in my position. She actually said that. Other men would kill to be with me. She started listing off all the things that make her high value. She's attractive, she's a good mom, she has a job, she goes to the gym. Like, these were reasons I should give her my house. I asked her what makes me so lucky to be with her that I should hand over the biggest investment of my life. She said I should feel grateful that a woman like her would even consider being with someone like me. Someone like me. I'm a homeowner with no debt and a stable job. She's got maxed out credit cards and pays child support to her ex. That's when I'd had enough. I told her that I'm not giving my house to anyone, especially not to kids I've known for less than a year. She started crying and said I clearly didn't see a future with her. I said, "Not if that future involves me being homeless so your kids can have an investment property." She called me selfish and said real men take care of their partner's children. I told her real partners don't expect their boyfriend to give up everything he worked for. She kicked me out of her apartment. She's been texting me nonstop saying I'm going to regret losing her. Her mom even called me yesterday saying I should reconsider because Lisa deserves a man who puts her first. I blocked them both.